Good morning, friends. If you missed yesterday, we are going to use a ball. So if you don't have a ball, you can use a foam roller works, a foam roller, a towel, a blanket, or a mat rolled up. All of those things will work for our back stretch. And then we're going to scroll through like we talked about yesterday. We're going to go IT band, some hip flexor stretches, some shoulder stretches, and then we want to get our back stretch. Good morning, guys. Get our back stretched out with the ball. So we'll about 40 minutes, and then we'll leave hopefully refreshed and ready to go. We all got it? Okay. Slide your weight up onto the balls of the feet, lift the heels. So like usual, rolling through our feet so that we can kind of start from the ground up. And then we roll onto the heels, lift the toes. Resetting our body, resetting our mindset a little bit. Slide to the outside rim of the foot. I don't know why it blocks some of these comments. I have to clear them. Pass. Slide to the inside rim of the foot. And then take your weight to all four quadrants. So you have the front, back, side to side, connect to the floor, and then soften the knees. So you're taking those knees, drawing them forward towards the toes. And then just really, again, resetting and settling in your body for a second, assessing what you need out of your time here today. Flex your thighs and pull your knees back over the heels, going into an exaggeration in that movement. And then settling the knees right over the feet. So again, sometimes in movement, you can get a little bit better positioning. Squeeze your glutes, press your hips forward. So if it feels like when you pull the hips tight here, that your body locks into position, sometimes moving around in that instead of staying forced is going to be more valuable. So pay attention to that. Feel the freedom to move around and shift right to left. And then send the hips back. Slide the hips to the right. So we'll get a little bit more through this side, through this hip later. But just seeing the tightness from the right side to the left. Shift to the left. Mobility and how it feels. So not only just range of motion, but does one side feel a little bit more tense or uncomfortable? And then bring the hip center so your hips are right over the knees, right over the ankles. Roll your shoulders forward, tilt the chin to the chest. So you're separating your shoulder blades. You have distance here. So you're expanding that wide, and then you tilt the chin so that you get that cervical spine to lengthen. And then reverse that. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, look up towards the ceiling. When we engage through the back, it opens up not only the chest, but that anterior deltoid where that shoulder and chest connect. Release the shoulders so the shoulders settle right over the hips, right over the knees, right over the feet. Take your right ear to the right shoulder. And again, move around in that. If that feels better, to shift your head side to side a little bit. Find where you're tight, and then you can linger and breathe in that position. And left ear to the left shoulder. Same thing, some will feel more of a stretch, bringing the chin side to side in a different manner. Find what feels good for you. Now settle your head so that it's right over the shoulders, ribs, hips, knees, and feet. Take a deep breath in, arms up. Exhale, drop the shoulders and hinge. Scoop the belly button in, round to the back, draw the hands to the floor. Feel the lengthening in the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Relax the weight of the head. So you feel your head, neck, shoulders release and draw closer to the floor. Your neck's going to want to grip tight. So I want you to think about letting the weight of your head pull that cervical spine into a little bit deeper stretch. Inhale. Exhale, roll yourselves up, squeeze your glutes, pull your belly button in, roll the shoulders back and down. Now, take your left foot, cross it over. Now, this is going to deepen the stretch. It'll be a little uncomfortable for those of us who are tight. Take a deep breath in, arms come up. Exhale, drop the shoulders and hinge. Scoop your belly button in, round your back, reach the hands towards the floor. You can shift from your right foot to your left foot to deepen the stretch. Now the outside of that right leg should feel a tightening coming into that IT band. But you should also, if you're tight and your hips are level, you'll feel it in the outside of both legs a little bit, tipping the tailbone up towards the ceiling. And then slowly roll yourselves up, one vertebrae at a time. We'll keep that same leg. We're going to do it one more time. Deep breath in, arms up. Exhale, drop the shoulders and hinge. Scoop the belly button in, round to the back. Pull your hips up to deepen the stretch. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Try and let go of the tension in the hamstrings. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale, roll yourselves up. So when you're coming into that stretch, the body wants to grip tight because it's uncomfortable. So really sit, switch the leg, take your right foot in front. Oh, hey, Sudha. I appreciate that. Big hug to you. Deep breath in, have a great day. Exhale, drop the shoulders and hinge. So now the opposite leg is in front, so you'll be stretching, reverse what we did before. Draw the hands to the mat. You could use your ball or your roller like a yoga block. So if the floor is too far away or that stretch is too intense, you don't have to, you can use something to prop up onto so that you can alleviate that, because the goal is we want to be able to relax and let go of the tension in the hamstrings so that the IT band can pull a little bit more taut. Inhale. Exhale. Tip the tailbone up towards the ceiling so you're trying to lift your hips. And then slowly roll up. Continue to keep that right foot in front. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay, Lisa. Mine are a little bent too. You can't see because of all my black, but mine are a little bent too. That's because we're super tight. That's okay. That's where we start. Deep breath in. Also, you could have a chair. You could have, let me show you. So you could come into that position and not go as deep into it. You have that right foot in front. The knees can be soft for sure. And then we take that deep breath in. Exhale, drop the shoulders and hinge. And then if it allows me to relieve some tension, if I come and just bow my head to the chair, then that can sometimes allow a little bit deeper stretch. You'll notice some will have a tendency to go towards bent knee, and mine, once I get past my bend, and then once I get past a certain point, they bow in the opposite direction. I don't know if you can see that. But so they're not where I want them, they're just they're going back the other way to relieve that stress because of the tension. So again, paying attention to that and figuring out how can we, if I soften my knees a little bit right here instead of letting them lock back, it's more of an intense stretch. I soften the knees, bring them forward just a little bit, and then I can feel that IT band pull a little tighter. So again, just assessing how that feels for each of you. I know when I taught a stretching class live, and none of us are quite where we want to be. When you can really see, if you guys could all see each other, I think it would feel better because you'd know we're all in different positions. Take one big deep breath. Exhale, roll yourselves up. Squeeze your behind, pull your belly button in, shoulders down and back. So with your feet a little wider than hip width. Deep breath in, arms up. Exhale, drop the shoulders and hinge. That chair, I'm glad you mentioned it, Lisa, because that chair usage in stretching, even here, if I have, pretend my windowsill is that chair, if I have my hands on a chair and I can tip higher with my tailbone, that's going to be a better stretch than if I come down and I'm rounded and I release that because I'm just gripping to try not to go too deep into something. So use that frequently as we kind of work our way through. Round your back, draw your hands to the floor. We're going to bend the left knee, keep the left hand down, and then lift your right hand up towards the ceiling. Same, I'm gonna keep my chair out. Because same thing here, guys. I should have given you these options a little earlier, but same thing here. So you have your left knee bent, your left hand is down. If I wanted to have my left elbow on a chair and come back, it could potentially, you can lean into the chair and deepen the pull in that right hamstring. So use your couch, use an ottoman, use something that can allow you to kind of work towards letting go instead of, if we're just holding on for dear life here, we won't be able to breathe and let it go. So find something that helps you in that position and then switch sides. So now I'm bending my right elbow would go on my obstacle, my left hand comes up, and then I lean my body, my upper body to the chair and my bottom away from it. So you're doing a cross contraction. So try that if you're using an obstacle. Push into your right elbow, so you lean in, and then push back into that left hip. It's a little uncomfortable, but it's so good. Inhale. Exhale, bring both hands down to the floor, and then slowly roll yourselves up. Squeeze your glutes, pull your belly button in, roll those shoulders back and down. Deep breath in, arms up. Exhale, drop the shoulders and hinge. Scoop your belly button in, round your back. Walk your hands forward, high hover. Don't worry. Low hover. Press your chest through. Start with that gravity load. So you start where you're letting your body hang so that those hips are pulling towards the floor. My trick, Chels, is that I just wear a lot of black and then I have a black mat and then I have the black floor and you can't really tell. It's all illusion. And then I try and breathe through it so it doesn't sound like I'm as uncomfortable as I am. Set the knees down, flatten the feet. But I think that that's the important thing, is to realize with that stretching, the stronger you are, the tighter the muscle is, the more when you stretch something, it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's so good for us. So in this position, if you squeeze your behind, the tighter you squeeze your glutes, it gets out of the lumbar spine and it's going to go into your hip flexors and so on. So think, as I squeeze the glutes, if I let the glutes go, the stretch sits where the pressure sits right here. If I squeeze my glutes, even if I'm down here, not everyone likes to be upright. Either position, if I squeeze my glutes, it takes it off the back and puts it in those hip flexors. Big deep breath in. Trying not to be here. We push into the floor. Exhale, sink back into that child's pose stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Let go of any tension that you're noticing. Try and feel the weight of the tailbone drop heavier to the ground. One more big deep breath in. Exhale, crawl yourselves up. Now from here, you're on your hands and knees. We're just gonna slide the left foot forward. Me too. I wouldn't be here without you guys. So I'm not good at doing the stretching without you, but I know it's important. There's always stuff to do. So when you're holding that lunge position, we're trying, so there's the stretch that we come up. We've purposefully the last couple weeks tried to go into our forward lean so that we can change the load and try and get that hip flexor on the right side to deepen, but you're gonna have to let go of the weight of that right thigh. Oh, I love it. Squeeze your glute on the right side. So again, I could use my obstacle in front. If coming down is too stressful, I could lean in, and you'll notice if you give yourself that support, sometimes we can really deepen and let go of what's gripping in that hip. One more time, big deep breath in. Now as you exhale, you can stay as you are if you want. Oh, I'm so grateful too, Edie. Or you pick up that foot and then lean back forward. And again, you could wrap the foot with a band, a towel, anything that you choose, or you just keep it on the floor. So again, you choose if you want to deepen that stretch. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale, release the foot, push back and switch the leg. So now the right foot comes forward. You choose. Some of you will feel great with your hands on the floor. It's always good, even if you feel good here. Karen, I feel like something came up with us where there was the side stretch where putting our head on the ball. I think there was something that if you play with different positions, sometimes you think you're in the best stretch for yourself, but then you use a tool or use something or change a little bit, and you can actually go further, go deeper into that, even though you thought you were as deep as you could go. So sometimes finding, again, a roller with your hands, an ottoman, your chair, a couch with your upper body, play around. Yeah, that's what I thought. So sometimes you can really advance things just moving around and trying something a little bit different, even though you don't think that you need to. Try it and see what you like best. Now you can stay in that stretch. Again, if I was here, I would bow my head towards the obstacle and then squeeze your left glute. Every time you exhale, try and release the weight of your left thigh. So your left thigh is going to grip and you're trying to release that. Now from there, you get to choose. You can pick up that left foot. You could have your elbow on the quadricep, your hand on the floor. You could bow your head towards that obstacle. A couple deep breaths there. Inhale. Exhale, release that thigh. One more big deep breath in. Lean forward if you can. Exhale, release that left foot. Both hands are on the floor. This time, dig the left toes into the floor and then step back into your high hover. Squeeze the glutes so you can reset those hip flexors. Low hover. Press your chest through. Squeeze your glutes to get the hips. And then inverted V, press back, down dog. Float your right leg up towards the ceiling. Now pull your right foot through all the way into pigeon. Yes. Fan favorite. So we've been working on, let me angle towards you. We've been working on where we can get a deepening in this stretch. For some of you, you like your foot tucked so that it's close into the pelvis. Others, you'll feel that as you angle this out, it will start to deepen and increase the stretch to the hip, to the hamstring, and to the glute. I know, so good. Such a good one. You can stay upright, same thing. I could use my chair, or you can come down. Play around with it. Find what feels good for you today. And then once you're in the position that feels good, push down into your left hip and then counter and pull against that with your right. Inhale. Exhale, let go. One more time, big deep breath in. As you exhale, push up into your hands, dig your left toes into the floor, step back into that high hover. Tread the feet a little bit right to left, keeping your abdominals tight. Push back into an inverted V. That was super tempting to do a low hover, but I'll control myself. Lift that left leg nice and high to the ceiling. Lean your body weight back towards that right leg, and then pull that left leg through. Pick the position that you want. So again, either tucked, you can open it up a little bit so that you deepen that stretch, deepen that pull. So if I take my foot more parallel, sometimes using a yoga block under the hip works better. I know, but same. I could also do pigeon on my own. It makes it special though when we get to all do it together. And then crawl forward to the position that feels right for you. Once you get into position, press your right hip down and then counter pull against it with that left hip. Moving your right foot back an inch or two can make a big difference in the stretch. So if you're getting comfortable, pull your right foot back just an inch or two. See if you can deepen that stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Now as we come up, push into your hands, turn so that you can bring both legs in front. Now we're going to reach the legs forward, just shake them out a little bit. Again, this is one where your knees might bend as well. We're just trying to get progress. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we're trying to lengthen the hamstrings and lengthen the spine and just tip forward. If you have a roller or a ball, you can use that to kind of tease the stretch so you can come in and then roll your roller or your ball away. If you're using a roller, you would go wider with your legs, obviously. Otherwise, you're here. Press your chest towards your legs so that we're trying, as we tip forward, we're trying to avoid this rounding of the back, but rather we push the chest forward, and then that's going to pull the hamstrings a little more taut. And then when you do that, breathe. So your body is going to want to hold its breath. Breathe into it. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale, crawl yourselves back up. Now you're going to, yeah, I know. I feel like that's because we worked so hard this week, right? Tightened everything up. Something to celebrate as long as we're doing something about it. Take this right leg, place it on top of the left, and then just like usual, if that works better in front, if that works better extended, while you have that ball or roller, or you could use a yoga block. Some people like their knee propped up and then you don't have that pulling on the tendons. So again, play with that. That could be a towel. We've been using yoga blocks a lot more, so just understanding how you can use those to deepen and not always, they're not, I think we try to avoid using something because we think it's better without, but we can go deeper if we get the tendons and ligaments to feel safe, and then we can actually move around in those stretches a little bit better. So play around, see what you have at home that you could use. And then here we go, Marnie. You're gonna take your hands so that again, you're either back to back or you cross it all the way. So you either stay back of the hand to the back of the hand, or you hook it palm to palm, and then windshield wiper your arms. Now, this is where you're going to have a lot more range of motion than me. and I want you to go full range. So you're pushing and then you're pulling, and I want you to feel that push-pull and go so that you're going full range in that direction where I'm a little limited. Then you assess. The shoulder is so intricate, so you're all going to feel tightness in a different spot. I want you to pay attention if you feel more of a stretch here or more of a stretch here, which that's what it's for, is this. Find that spot and then stay there and take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax your shoulders and let the weight of the shoulders sink down towards your mat. One more big deep breath in. Exhale, unwrap your arms. Now you're going to sit on that right hand, apply a little pressure with the left. So we'll scroll through this set pretty fast. So you're coming over, you decide the pull of this head, and then lean away. I'm going to say that's also because of all of our hard work. I'm going to say that shoulder tightening is also because of all the hard work this week. And we're only on really 2 weeks of stretching that out, so I'm hoping in the next few weeks we feel a little better about that. Now you'll notice in the back of the neck, if you exhale and relax, you can let that, you want to create trust so that it's not gripping, and you can let it go and let that lengthen. If I lean this way and push into the floor with my hand, it'll make that stretch nice and strong. Inhale. Exhale, keep the pull on the head. Take the hand out from underneath. Press the hand into the floor, turn the palm to the back, push into your thumb, and pull away. There we go, Lisa, with that elbow. So I'm trying to push into my left hip, push heavy there, lean your body weight away from this arm, and then gentle pull to the neck. Inhale. Exhale, release the head, release the arm, shake it out. Switch the foot that's on top. So again, if you need to come out of that position, go for it. If you need to prop your knee up so that you can enjoy and sit in that stretch a little better, go for it. You want to get that tension of the knee out of it. So again, you could open up the legs, find what feels right. Then you take your hands back to back or palm to palm, and then windshield wiper. So when you're coming in that position is very individual. You want to think about when you're coming into that, you choose, you have the legs, so you have that gravity load relaxing into the floor. You have the hips down, so you're pressing into that hip intentional. So you draw strong into that left hip and into that right hip. And then once you come into that bind, you windshield wiper so that you're going strong into that right to left. And then pay attention to where yours is tight. Each time you draw, see if you can go a little bit bigger. Now pay attention for yourself if you're getting more of a stretch here, or if you're getting more of a stretch here, and then linger there. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull the shoulders back and down. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale. Now unwrap your hands. Take that left hand, anchor it under the hip. Bring the right hand up to the head and pull the hip gently to that shoulder. Now as you come into that position like we talked about, deepen the stretch by pushing the back of the hand down into the floor and then leaning your body away from that anchor. Just a few deep breaths here. Move your head around to find where you have more tension. See if each exhale you can lean away from that hand. One more big deep breath. And exhale. Keep the head in a bind. Remove the hand. Press the hand into the floor. Turn the palm back. Press into your thumb and then pull away from it. Breathe. One more big deep breath in. Exhale. And release the head, release the hand. You're going to find your roller or your ball. We're going into that back stretch. So straighten the legs out in front. Before we go into the back stretch, I want you to assess your back tightness today. So we lay with our legs flat, and it'll feel good right now for your legs to lengthen out. So flex the feet, move around a little bit in that. The knees have been bent, so having them long feels good. And then reach behind your back and feel what it feels like against the floor. So each time we do that stretch, it's the same. You're picking the length and the height off the floor. You're paying attention to that. And then bend the knees, lift your hips, place your roller, your towel, your ball, a blanket, your mat rolled up, anything under the hips, straighten the legs. And then to get our hip flexors to stretch a little bit, we're just gonna hold here. Take your arms, hug, so you're bringing that into a hug position, one arm on top of the other. As we hold this through some breaths, I want you to think about relaxing your legs and letting your legs go. Each time you let the weight of the legs go, you're going to deepen the hip flexor stretch. Inhale. Exhale, switch the arm that's on top in that hug. Inhale. Exhale, bring your arms over so that your arms are overhead like a Y. Now, with my shoulder, and so for some of you too, it would be helpful to have something my hands could rest, especially my surgery arm could rest on, so it elevates that. Whether that's the couch behind you, whether that's a long roller behind you or a pillow, sometimes coming all the way down to the mat is just too much rotation. So you find what makes sense for you. Nice big deep breath in. Exhale. One more time, big deep breath in. As you exhale, sweep your arms around the outside, bend your knees. Go slow, because being extended like that, you want to slowly move in to that flexion, post-extension. Then let the knees fall towards, so you come in, knees to the chest. Then let the knees hang out. Nice big deep breath in. And then exhale, close your legs, straighten your legs, flex your feet, and then small little kicks. So when you come into that, you want to think you're taking your toes and trying to kick your toes towards your head. Flex your quads so your knees are straight if you can. Again, that's a journey. It may be here today. Wherever you are is good. And we're just trying to get end result, those legs to be able to straighten out. Balancing out the strength of the hamstrings and the quadriceps. If your quads are tighter than your hamstrings, your legs will bow back. If your hamstrings are tighter than your quads, your knees will bend forward because it pulls from the back. So we all have different imbalances. Just be aware of yours so that we can work on it, work towards balance, and then hold the legs, take them out, let them hang out to the side and circle the ankles. Reverse. Now point and flex. And hold the feet flexed, push the inner thighs down. So that could be from the thigh, from the calf, from the feet. Inhale. Exhale, release, close the legs, bend the knees, let the knees hang open. And we're going to scroll through this flow a couple of times. Inhale. Exhale, close your legs, straighten your legs, flex and open. Inhale. Exhale, close the legs, bend the knees, let the knees hang open. Inhale. Exhale, close the legs, straighten the legs, flex and open. We have one more time. Inhale. Exhale, close the legs, bend the knees, let the knees hang open. Inhale. Exhale, close the legs, straighten the legs, hold, flex your feet, and then pull your feet towards your head. So again, I could lift my head and fold in half. You could hold on to the hamstrings, the calves, the feet. Each time you exhale, see if you can get your shins and your head closer together. One more big deep breath in. Exhale, set your head down, open the legs. Your choice to press out and away. So you take your hands on the inside and push the legs down towards the floor. Inhale. Exhale, come around the backside and pull the ankles or the hamstrings or the calves so that you're pulling your toes towards your head. Inhale. Exhale, close your legs, bend your legs. 1 foot at a time comes down to the mat. Lift your hips off your obstacle. Roll the ball, the roller, whatever you're using out from underneath you. Lay your back down, straighten your legs, and then take a look at where your back is now. So we're hopefully where our back melts into the floor and you have more vertebrae connecting to the mat. There's a space at your lumbar spine that we want lifted, but the rest of it should lay flat against the mat. And then from there, place your right foot on your left knee. So when we take that right foot on our left knee, our points of increasing the stretch. Flex your right foot, Press that knee out and away, and then pull the left leg, the left thigh towards you. And then each exhale, see if you can take your tailbone and sink it heavier into the mat. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale. Now listen, take your legs so that they're crossed, and then hold so your legs are crossed like you're sitting in a chair, and then grab onto your ankles, pull your ankles towards your bottom, and then roll towards your left hip. I could hold on to my knees if that feels better. You find the position that feels good. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, big deep breath in. As you exhale, switch, take the left foot on top of the right, push that left knee out, pull the right leg in, flex your left foot, and then each exhale, feel your tailbone sink heavier to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, let go. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale, cross the legs, grab onto your feet, hug them in. Inhale. Exhale. Place your hands where it feels good. If that's the knees, great. If that's the feet, great. Move around into your hips a little bit. Inhale. And then exhale, straighten your right leg, lay it on the floor, bent knee, and then bring it across the body. So this left bent knee comes across the right side. Then your left arm comes up and open. Look over that left shoulder. I've missed some stuff. Chelsea, yes. Height meaning space, but for next time, we'll catch that next time. It's not just height, so the space, the length, and the height. Some will notice a super big height gap. Some will notice that they're barely gapped height-wise, but the length from their shoulder blades to the tailbone is really long. So again, it's the height measurement and the length measurement, one or the other or both, that we're assessing the before and after. Good luck at the vet. Good luck, Bruno. Take a big deep breath in. Exhale, let that left knee feel heavy and sink just a little closer to the floor. Now pull the left knee into the chest, pull the right knee up and off the floor, straighten the left leg, and then bring that left leg or that right leg across the left leg. Right arm comes up, right arm comes out, and then look over that right shoulder. Now you want to sit in that stretch and think about each exhalation, letting your spine twist just a little easier, letting that left knee straighten just a little longer. The longer your left leg, the deeper the stretch. Inhale. Exhale, let that right knee drop closer to the floor. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale, pull that right knee in, pull the left knee in, set your feet down, slowly roll yourselves up, bringing, oh, that's so great, Edie. I'm so glad you get time with them. Last stretch, you guys, the legs come out to the side, lean your body forward slightly. So you're trying to tip the tailbone back, and then in that position, coming into our final stretch, I want you to think about how wide you can take the legs, and that's different from person to person, and it doesn't matter. It's just mobility through the hip. We're trying to go to our stretch, whatever that feels like today. And then take that left hand, reach it over, so you're reaching towards the right foot, and you're anchoring this left hip. Reach the right arm in opposition. If you can bring it over to the left thigh. Inhale. Exhale, let go. You're trying to let gravity pull you down. One more big deep breath in. Exhale, switch, come up nice and tall. Take your right arm over. Again, you take that left arm across. You could even put your left palm down on your right thigh to create a deeper stretch. Then anchor this right hip, and each exhale, see if your body can let go and shift closer. Inhale. Exhale. Trying to create a release and a lengthening from the hip flexor through the obliques, through the intercostals. One more big deep breath in. Exhale, come up nice and tall. Now twist towards your right leg and crawl towards it. Now when you come down here, this is going to want to hike up off the floor. We're trying to press down into it. Take your left ribs, spiral up towards your right thigh. Inhale. Exhale, press deeper into your left hip. Inhale. Exhale, push yourselves back up and twist to the other side. So we turn, crawl forward, spinal rotation, right ribs to the left thigh. Press your right hip down. Inhale. Exhale, let go. One more time, big deep breath in. As you exhale, push up, bring your hands center, final. You can stay here, you can crawl forward. Same thing if you have an obstacle, roll into it. Inhale. Exhale, let go. Inhale. Exhale. Think of whatever you need to let go of, whether that's physical, mental, emotional. Release what you can. One more big deep breath in. Exhale, push yourselves back up. Go ahead and bring the legs in. Twist so you're on your hands and knees. Scoop your belly button in, round your back, draw the head down. And then flatten the back, dig the toes into the floor, lift back into that inverted V, stretch the hamstrings. Walk the hands back. Let go of the tension in your neck, your shoulders, your jaw, your mind, your heart, whatever you can release, leave it. And then with intention, slowly roll up, setting yourself strong for the day. Squeeze your glutes, pull your belly button in, roll your shoulders back and down. Take a nice big deep breath in, arms up. And exhale. Give yourselves a big hand. Happy Sunday, you guys. Thank you so much for showing up today. I know I got carried away talking a little bit, but I know that I promised the 40 minutes and then I didn't hit that spot on, but I am going to get it closer to that so that you guys can get to your day. But just think about the stretches that really feel effective. If you could do those one or two more times during the week, it's great. But if not, we'll hit it again on Tuesday, and hopefully those 2 days a week are getting, oh, good. Yay. Hey, Akiko. Hopefully getting that in is helping, and hopefully some of the obstacle stuff and talking about how we can deepen that and feel more supported and productive. Hopefully that helps. So if you have any questions with that, if something's not feeling right, or you can't feel something, or you can't figure out what to use, just text me, or you can always chat it here, but then that way we can figure out how to make that successful, productive time. I hope you have a great rest of the day. And it looks like it's not going to rain. So maybe you can get outside again, get some fresh air, refill your bucket for the week. So again, just like we always talk about, taking in all of this so that you can go launch for the week in a better mind space. So I love you guys. You're on my heart. I appreciate you and hope you have a great day.